So the third day is our new product that we're calling a graphic realization of the Bible. Now, most graphic Bible accounts use their own paraphrase of the Bible text. Now, these are often heavily edited and storified to enable the account to work better in a comic form. What we wanted to do with ours was to produce something that only used the unaltered Bible text. So as you read through the third day, everything you're reading is in fact the Bible. We've not added anything or changed anything. We've simply taken the text and illustrated it in order to bring this incredible account to a new audience and in a fresh way.
So the third day illustrates chapters 22 to 24 of the Gospel of Luke, that first Easter. So we start with Judas's betrayal in the garden, and the book moves through the trial, crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus, culminating in his ascension at the end of chapter 24.
So we started the process with the Bible text. We looked at how that might naturally divide into sections and then down into pages, and about the pace and the flow of the story. Once we had that established, we moved on to the storyboarding. We wanted to make sure here that each page reflected the biblical text in its emphasis. So where a particular point was being made in the Bible text, we wanted that same point to be made in the visuals as well. So at every stage, it was very much the Bible text that was driving this project.
So after the storyboarding stage, we moved to full-size pencils for each spread. And at this stage, we scanned the artwork in and ran all the text through to check that the visuals and the words were working well together. Any page where the visuals weren't faithfully realizing the Bible text, we would revise and have another go.
Once the whole book was laid out in the pencils, with the Bible text in place, the next stage was the inking. Now, this was one of the most time-consuming stages, but also one of the most rewarding, as we started to see now the product really starting to take shape. Once the inking was complete, we moved on to the colouring. Again, a time-consuming process, and also challenging, because we had to create the right mood with the colours to match each event in the account.
There's this already established Christian comic genre, which we felt was just too clean. It's all about Caucasian characters, shiny hair, primary colours and immaculately washed clothing, which we wanted to steer clear of. The kids and teens of today, they see enough of this messed up world to know that it isn't all sanitised and saccharine. So it was that wish to be a bit more authentic and gritty that informed the style that we went for. We also wanted to be quite loose and free and fluid so that the story flowed without getting too bogged down in sort of tight, detailed inks.
And of course, we all bring a myriad of cultural influences to everything that we do or we see or interact with. For example, even when we're reading the Bible itself, we can sometimes be visualizing sweeping Hollywood settings with voiceovers and soundtracks. So there were many times in this where we had to just stop and clear our heads and approach Luke's text with a blank canvas. For example, with the angels or with Satan entering Judas, we didn't want red tendrils of smoke through the nostrils and things like that. It was a challenge, but ultimately refreshing, and our hope is that it's an honest depiction of what Luke recorded all those years ago.